Hey guys, here it comes. The second episode of our podcast with Chris, long-term Wave supporter. If you haven't watched the first episode, find the link below. If you have watched it, please enjoy the second part, where we'll discuss the overall topics in crypto and give some insights. Let's go!
This is a little flex.
Flex, but yeah, Chris did a better job probably. Because for me, it's more like a product testing. I created different test cases, scenarios, and Chris created something really generating yield. Yield must.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
That's the goal, so big respect.
And I got some big ideas with it too. Don't want to get too excited though.
Oh, okay. You want to spoil them or not yet?
Yeah, I mean, sure. If someone else builds it before me, even better, I guess. I like competition. But so I'm thinking, you know how I said once it goes out of the min-max, I got to redo it, right? To keep like making the money efficient and like, okay, I'm going to make 93% APY if it stays within the range, which it won't. So what if we create something similar to Pupas AI where like once the min-max is broken for a certain amount of time, the AI says, okay, we got to know now take like withdraw all the money, sell it, like rebalance it, create a new one, and then it just does that automatically. So that's something I was thinking about.
And AI chooses the strategy, chooses the min-max price, and or it's you.
Yeah, I mean, I think like start simple, which is like the feature that it just like rebalances to the correct 25, 25, 25, 25, for example. And then in the future, yeah, you could say, hey, like top whatever volume generators for puzzle in the last 30 days. And like, yeah, like the market volatility delta, and then how much leverage to use.
Wow.
So that's like V2, V3 in the idea. But yeah, it's something I thought about.
That's great. And the Chris Senior has been working on MCP protocol, as far as I know. Is it somehow connected to this idea or not necessarily?
Yeah, I mean, we've always chatted about it, but nothing like concrete connected.
Still, I love this idea. Of course, yeah, it's good that you launched your ranges now, because you can see the performance, track the impermanent loss with your 50x leverage.
Exactly.
It's definitely worth to research.
after a couple min-max busts or rebalances, if you will, I don't know the correct word to use, but we'll see how much it costs to do it and if it's worth it to automate that.
Yeah, you need a catchy word, something similar to AI agent, you know? Because AI agent can be also just called bot. No, they call it AI agent. So you shouldn't call it rebalance. You should call it AI super move.
AI magic wand wave.
Yeah, exactly. AI transaction.
We'll build it and then we'll worry about the marketing.
Yeah, man, that's a great idea. I would love to see it in action and also deposit some liquidity. Maybe Pluto can use it, because Pluto is actively looking for ways to invest.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a great spot for Pluto.
Yeah, that's a great, okay, Chris, I know that you have some questions prepared, some overall questions not related to ranges per se. And I think we have 20 minutes to discuss them. Maybe we can go through.
Okay, you ready for the fire?
Okay, yeah, you can do something really provocative if you may.
Oh, no, okay. I'll be nice. Okay, so first thing, before I go to my notes, just off the top of my head. So when I started my range experiment, I was like, okay, I'm going to create 20 ranges across multiple leverages and percentages. And it turns out that your aggregator doesn't like smaller pools. So like they were maybe like each like $1,000 or $500, which is above your $100 threshold. But I saw activity going on with my pairs and it wasn't using my range. So, and then we talked and I had to scrap them. And then I made just like, instead of a bunch of them, just to experiment, I had to do big ones and that proved to be better. So why is that?
Well, yeah, it's a pretty technical question. I will try to keep it short. In short, there is a complexity level in waves, which you cannot move above in smart contract invocations. Like in Ethereum, traders can just pay more gas and they get more invocations, right? So they can use 100 pools with one trade if they pay more gas. In waves, there is a limit, and that's why in aggregator, there's also a limit. So in fact, it can only support up to 12 swaps in one swap, and the most activity in your tokens are huge, like 1000 waves plus, or even if it's Sasha doing something, it may be even higher. And for a $1,000 swap, so what I said, 12 swaps is approximately 3 rounds. It needs to fit everything in 3 rows. So yeah, if you split $1,000 in 3 rows, you wouldn't use the small ones, right? Because they have too much slippage. Or they don't even have $1 to give, in fact, liquidity. So yeah, I think it's, you see, it's a synergy of the fact that your ranges are small, which is okay, they're still aggregated, but the swaps were also big, so there was not enough to feed them. Well, the overall solution, I agree that they should be aggregated somehow. But yeah, on aggregator level, it will be complex. The only solution I see in foreseeable future, but midterm future. We'll be creating a vault for such small ranges, which means that all the tokens physically are stored on one smart contract. So imagine there is 100 of small ranges. Okay, they exist separately, but all tokens are stored in one place. Then technically, it will be not 12 swaps. It will be one swap because we send tokens. Yeah, it's called a singleton contract. When we have like all pools, they have separate contracts, but they also have a singleton contract with all of the liquidity. So theoretically, it's possible to design it this way. But first, I would like to see ranges adoption. Like how popular are these little ranges? Are they popular or not? So yeah, that's the answer. I hope it's not too technical.
No, that was awesome. I did not know the 12 invocation limit. Maybe just a little tidbit off that. You know how like Waves is talking about the finality upgrade? Is that going to change that at all?
Actually, that's a great guess. I need to check the update because actually just a parameter written down in Waves level. So there is a parameter. It says that there can be maximum of 100 transfers, like 100 inside of the invocations. And why I say it's 12 swaps, because each swap is at least 2 transfers in and out, but also there are leases inside, there's trading fees going somewhere. So that's how it comes to such a limit. So yeah, we just need to see the protocol level of Waves, and if in finality update they will increase the limit, it's no problem to adjust.
Okay, yeah, thanks for that answer.
Let's go to your notes. I'm ready for some fire.
Yeah. All right, let's start with this. Okay, with such a beautiful product you invented, ranges, are you worried about another similar AMM company, decentralized exchange company, like taking your logic and maybe having a little more exposure or funding behind them and kind of like taking your spotlight away? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think now when we're on Waves, the risk is pretty limited because no one is really looking on Waves for innovations. But I already had an incident like this. I have a person who I know real life. He works on Ton, and he found my article from last November. I published the first thoughts on ranges. I called it virtual liquidity mega pool, something like this. He found this article. He said, "Oh, I want to implement it on Ton." Yeah, but it's a good luck for me that he's polite and he's not like stealing and building it. So we're kind of in talks. My position is if someone does something similar to this, at least there should be some royalty to puzzle stakers, because I think it will be the way to go. But at the same time, we don't have any legal infrastructure to defend it. Yeah. So it's a very tricky question. So I would say the following way. Right now, I'm not worried about it. But if we go to millions of TVL, which I hope we will do, we will need to start worry about it. But I'm not sure exactly about the solution, because, you know, Puzzle started being inspired by Balancer. Like initially, mega pools are the idea of Balancer. Of course, we wrote our own code, we added our own features like rebalancing. But yeah, I mean, I'm still very thankful to Balancer. I went to their events, I gave them a lot of gratitude. So yeah, it's an open question how should we react, because if someone takes it to the next level, I could be grateful because I want the invention to be seen by the whole world. True. But also I want puzzle stakers to be happy. So yeah, it's a double-sided sword. We should definitely decide something on it, but not yet.
Yeah, my thoughts on that is crypto's the wild, wild west. And any code you put out there, like people can, you know, it's out there. Like they can just do what they want.
For sure.
But that is a good point about Balancer and Puzzle, and you showed your gratitude, and so like you showed, you know, you gave them the effort and the time of day for their work. So probably the same will happen to Puzzle if somebody picks it up. But imitation is the best form of flattery. So
yeah, what do you think about ranges being moved to other chains by someone from close to Puzzle team? Like if it's not someone launching ranges outside, but if Puzzle funds it, or
is it Puzzle, like basically like are Puzzle stakers getting any benefit from this?
Yeah, of course. Like for example, we say it's a child company, you know, being launched on other chain.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, because you know, I'm thinking about it a lot about launching on other chains. Of course I do. But we really didn't have something that fit as ranges are, because what we did have is mega pools, which can be replaced by Balancer. Aggregator, come on. Okay, Rome is kind of unique. We tried to promote Rome, but yeah, ranges are really unique. So very unique. So I'm really proud of them, and I would love like speaking about them to the whole community of Web3. So
I mean, I thought the exact same thing. Like, let's just say you bring it to Ethereum, for example, and a multiple billion-dollar fund sees it, and like they audit the code, whatever, they believe in it, and they throw in, you know, ETH, Bitcoin, like some really big names, and it generates like a real like a natural APY, and they're like, holy shit, like this is a
Yeah,
it
that would be
actually
amazing.
generates like huge income. Plus, it's like relatively stable in terms of price, even though you're you're high leverage. So I think I can envision that happening.
Yeah, we are thinking this way, so to say. The problem is we cannot just launch it as a puzzle, because in puzzle I'm the solo founder. There is no team share. To be honest, it also means that there will be no motivation for co-founders to join and help build this. And if you do it on Ethereum or some other big chains, we really need more core support. You know, like we need we need people with marketing experience in the site, in founders board. So yeah, I'm talking with different people right now. It's exciting, of course, when you think about things that you said, like it's not just friendly while using it for liquidity or our favorite Bob or okay, I mean okay, what's our potential user base on Waves? Maybe 300 people, 500 people is what I estimate to be objective. Of course, optimistically we can onboard more, but still. But if it's like a lot of liquidity is ready to be deployed, so yeah, that's huge. Okay, let's move forward. It's just maybe it's in my mind lately a lot, so I wanted to know your opinion, and I heard it, so thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to hear what you had to say as well. Okay, next thing, let's see if I can. Okay, we talked about that. I guess like a little softball. I mean, we kind of talked about it, but what went better than expected with the range beta launch, and what went worse than expected? If you can pick a couple things to talk about.
So you want to hear some rooms for improvement and what I'm happy about?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the bad things. Rooms for improvement. There was a horrible bug at the beginning with the wrong initial price. You maybe saw it in the chats. It was horrible. It is weird because we tested everything. Somehow it was out of my vision, so we fucked up. It was horrible because it ruined the vibe. I was really hyped up. I was like giving away the money, and at some point I was like, wait, I just created a range and it's gone. Like, okay, of course it's gone. You created a range with Solana being equal to $1. Oh wait.
Yeah.
I mean, I compensated everything, but still it was like a
Yes.
Probably another thing I'm very happy about the flow we made. Private testing, then friendly whale testing, then alpha testing. The only disadvantage is the huge liquidity amount was on board before the official release, which was weird because like the day before release we have $600,000 in CVL. Day after release we have 670,000. You know, like almost nothing, like, which was expectable, but still it's not enough to hype up. You cannot write about, look, we did 1 million in the first day. Come on, no, we didn't because it was before.
But it was more natural.
Yeah, of course. It was
I feel like sorry to cut you off, but I get really excited. Like the biggest part about this range is like none of this is like fake bullshit APY. This is real. This is real deal APY, which I think is I just really like it.
Yeah, another room for improvement, which is my personal fault. I said, guys, we don't need to display APY. Ranges are not about APY, it's about the fees earned, because you cannot really analyze them.
It's volume.
Yeah, because you cannot analyze them because day to day it differs. But yeah, you see now on the call with you, I'm counting the APY. I'm going to Google it.
I mean, so am I, but the real thing I look at is when I pop up my range is I look at the volume immediately.
Yeah,
and when I see volume, I already know my fees. Like I need to see my range getting used in the volume. That's the key.
So anyway, these are the 3 disadvantages of the launch I see. But in general, I'm pretty happy about it. I would rate it 7 out of 10. Something like this. I saw a lot of community members joining, some OGs, like this Luca guy, for example. I really love Luca guy, but I haven't
seen years back.
Yeah, man. And now he joined the alpha test. He tried it. I'm like, wow, yeah. So people supported us a lot. Thank you. But also we gained some liquidity. We gained a lot of protocol fees already. I think the protocol fees earned for puzzle stakers purely from ranges is above 12,000 now, which is in a month. I mean, the whole puzzle swap mega pools, I think they generate, it will be guess, but approximately 30 to 40k, and now we already have 12 added to it. So yeah, it's great. And of course, puzzle staking APY is our main KPI right now. So yeah, I'm happy about it.
Good. 7 out of 10 is good for a long.
That was good.
Oh yeah, just a side note. You just mentioned the puzzle APY. When the range is being used, is that money going to Eagles or is that money going to puzzles?
Puzzles. Same to mega pools.
Oh really?
Yeah. Congratulations.
Nice. I think maybe like the Telegram tracker bot doesn't say it correctly then.
I'm not sure about the contract bot.
Let me check real quick. See how fast I can find this. P0. Yeah, it says it goes all to eagles. So that was confusing to me because I, as a puzzle staker, I want like that. Maybe I can make a question out of this.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
What are your thoughts on the eagles generating so much and like it's kind of like an OG NFT kind of thing?
Yeah, man, that's insane. I want to talk about it, and I have no one to talk about it. And that's the disadvantage of working online. I don't have colleagues because would we have colleagues in office? Every fucking day I come to the office, I would say, guys, the fucking eagles generated 1500 yesterday.
That's insane. Like when the Eagles launched day one, I would have never imagined it got to this point.
I mean,
they're so overpowered.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it, of course, and I have plenty of Eagles myself. Let's say I have like 15% of Ultrastaking power.
Yeah.
But for example, in puzzles, I have 30, I think. Anyway, so I really undervalued Eagles myself as well. But I mean, what would regular company do right now? They would mint more Ultrastaking NFTs, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. I don't think we will do it because actually I like the absurdness of this situation. That we have some forgotten NFTs. Like, oh, I will tell you a quick example. We had an employee 3 years ago, and I gifted Eagle to this person, and this person staked it, and also the person had puzzles, which was a bonus for something. I don't remember. Anyway, when USDN collapsed, we need to fire some people. She left and she sold the puzzles, but she kept an Eagle because like who cares about the Eagle? Yeah. 2 years later, she has the Eagle and 100 plus puzzles being accumulated in staking rewards.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, oh wow. That's so funny. I can't believe it. I don't know what to say else, but I love it. I love the fact that it's outperforming my expectations.
That's good.
And
see,
yeah, please.
I just love your comment just saying how absurd it is because I try to like make myself think in like a very logically structured like way, but I mean maybe just being absurd is the way to go. And
no, of course, from financial perspective, I would do something with it. I would dilute them or remove Eagles and put it all to puzzle staking, for example. I mean, not remove Eagles, but buy them back for the initial price. But yeah, it would be a little bit unfair, even though I would prefer it personally for my wallet. Yeah, I don't know. It's fair that it went this way, probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't have Waves DAO to give you a little bit of funding, maybe you'd have to do something to raise some money, something like that. But
that's a different question.
I think go with your gut, like go with the absurdity, and sounds like it got you really excited. So I mean, I think that's good.
Man, that's so absurd because you remember Joachim, for example, the guy.
Yeah. What did he sell it for?
For 3x the annual reward, very fair. Like 3x the 3x the revenue per year.
Yes.
But back then the revenue, I would say the revenue grew 2x since then. So
if right now it's about 1,800, 36.54, he sold it for like what? $2,700, $2,500?
For Eagle? No, of course more. No, of course more than. Wait, what number did you name?
So right now, I think the puzzle intern posted that the Eagles are generating around 1,800 a year right now. So if you said it 2x, so that means back then it was doing 900 a year.
Yeah.
So 900 times 3.
No, I bought it for cheaper actually. I don't know how. I mean, probably it was even less volume, but
that's why I was surprised when you said that.
No,
I think it was like 900, 800, something like that.
Something like that, probably for the Eagle, yeah. Because the whole amount I paid him was it was few thousands of dollars for the whole back of him, which was also Pluto Eagles and Anya's.
Oh wow!
But anyway, it was fair, and
at the time.
I for me it was like, Joachim, you want money from me? Be honest. You don't care, like you just want me to buy back you, and not only Joachim, some other people as well. So this is just weird. But also there are other part of the story, right? For example, the girl I told you about. That 2 years later, she still has an Eagle and 200 puzzles, 100 puzzles.
Did she sell any of it?
No. Oh, her account was stolen actually. But
are you kidding?
Yeah, that's great. So the guy sold the puzzles, but he didn't touch the Eagle, and she moved it.
Oh, that's so sad to hear.
Another advantage of Ultrastaking NFT.
I guess. I mean, yeah. Email accounts. I knew this day would happen.
Yeah, but you should agree that puzzle staking APY is also alright. I mean, it's not that epic as Eagles, but it's still good. What do you think?
I think I did the numbers last night. It's around 6% APR right now.
I think it should be a bit more. I would say 6 to 10 it should be.
Okay.
But
it varies per day.
Yeah, it's capped by kink update because there is a kink cap limit. You remember?
Yeah. And right now it's filling up.
It's filling up, but still the wallet is maximum distributing 200 waves a day. Also 200 roams and something else.
Yeah, and because puzzles have been going up recently, that means less and less puzzle get bought.
Yeah, man. Okay, and I think we will run some kind of voting to decide whether to higher the cap. I mean the on-chain voting. But
so
yeah.
Here's a question. What's a good thing that could happen with the raise cap? What's a bad thing that could happen with the raise cap?
Oh, bad thing is just the crypto winter, because now things are doing well, obviously. Like, and we have a surplus of 700 waves a day, like being accumulated to the. That's like, come on, that's great. But they can change. I just want the next crypto winter to be warm for puzzle holders.
I mean, it'll be cold if you don't work, but the way you've been inventing and building and running it, I mean, you've already survived one of the hardest winters I've ever experienced.
No, that was crazy. Yeah.
And you've survived it, and look at you now. Like, you're strong. You built it. Yeah. You're still alive, which is the most important part. And I think the worst is behind. But yes, I understand that is something you got to be aware of.
Yeah. What else I would like to say? No, I had some ideas to improve puzzle staking, but they're still too early to discuss probably. So let's move forward to the next.
Okay. Well, tell me a good thing about increasing the cap now. You told me a bad thing.
That's obviously the short-term pump.
Okay, I just had to hear it.
Yeah. Come on, it's similarly to raising and decreasing inflation in interest in USA, right? The how it's called, the main interest, how it's called,
the rates.
Yes, rates. Yes, of course. I mean, it's the main mechanism to impact the bonds, USD, everything.
Yeah, it's like increase flow into the economy or decrease flow.
So yeah, I mean, if they lower the rates, everything all the stocks will go up, because it's
everyone wants to spend the money, borrow money, go.
I think now it's kind of similar for puzzle. If you increase the staking APY, more people will buy puzzle. But also, yeah, you see. Okay, let's move forward. Let's have like 2 or 3 more questions, okay? Because
I can stay here for an hour. Yeah, I want more puzzle. Keep compounding my puzzle. Let's see. Okay, let me get my notes back up. Here's a fun one. I just talked about the coldest winter you could have ever possible experienced, and you survived it. How does it feel to be the carry of waves, in my opinion? Like, you have waves, you put waves on your back, and you walked around the earth for multiple years and kept them alive. How do you feel about that?
Man, thank you for the kind words. That's the problem, that right now I don't feel it. There is some controversy in the community, I would say, because, okay, from your perspective, thank you for your kind words, it might look like this. Maybe I feel the same way. Probably I feel the same way. I feel like for the last 3 years we've been struggling. Things were getting better and better pretty regularly, so to say. It started very bad when everything collapsed. Then we launched Puzzleland, then we launched Rome, then we launched this web pool with Sasha being using it. It grew up. So I feel like deserved, you know. I don't relax now, I have a lot of stress, but I feel that everything going on with puzzle is well deserved, as by me, but also by community who survived it. Also by Eagle holders, come on. Come on. But as you know, last week I applied for DAO funding.
Yes.
And I met a lot of controversial thoughts. Like,
really?
Yes.
Like, that, to me, that is insane. Maybe just people like to complain. The puzzle funding is definitely, well, in my opinion, the best funding possible. If like you're like, the Waves DAO is trying to make a profit, right?
Yes.
And I think
supposed to.
It's supposed to, but every single product, like, I would put you guys on top, and then Waves on chain, and then Arkimals. Like, everything else is like, I mean, can you think of anything else? What?
Yeah, there is a list, of course, of other projects. Yeah, but
no, I can list what's getting funded, but I'm thinking like, who is actually proving that they're actually building something, like as a company should when they get funded, like every quarter, every month, every release, just something you can follow and like you can see the growth. Like, everything else has been very like under the table. You can just look on chain, like, oh, they sent their money to an exchange again. I wonder what's happening. I don't know. So that's what I feel.
Of course, Waves DAO is a catalyst of some kind of arguing, you know, because people are greedy by their nature. So
yes.
I just feel that not everyone would agree with your position. Let's say it this way.
Yeah.
So how does it feel for me? Yeah, double-sided. I feel like I did a lot of waves, honestly. Would I do it differently? I don't know, because, you know, last cycle I really felt like I need to be there. I saw all these guys from WX team, from Neutrino team. I really liked some of their attitudes. For example, there was a neutrino, there was a guy, Alex. I don't remember if you remember him. He invented NSBT. Anyway, I always wanted to be the guy who does something important for the ecosystem, who really changes the things, who can launch the fucking rewind token, which will pump other tokens, you know? That's, of course, I wanted to be there. And now I get a chance, and I'm really thankful for this chance, and I wouldn't do anything different. That will be the answer. And probably my main motivation was also always inspired by people, because when I joined Waves, there was Sasha. I first joined Waves as an employee, actually, in 2019, but it didn't last long. But still, there was always Sasha, and people adored him. And he always had a separate room in the office with the glass wall. People were, okay, Sasha is working. He was always living glass, actually, like after 9 p.m., which is late in Moscow at least. Anyway, so I always wanted to be close to Sasha as well. And now I have this chance. So I'm inspired by these things, and I'm happy to be here, even though it's very stressful.
Yeah, I'm happy you're here too.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for that answer. Let's see what else we can hit on. What do we have, like a couple minutes?
What's your impression on Waves, actually? Like you say that.
My impression.
Yeah. Like if you take everything besides puzzle, what do you think?
Everything besides puzzle. Okay, so puzzle is great. Let's not think about that. I think like SWOP, like all that, like the emails getting hacked. Okay, like I saw that coming from day one. You should never make a crypto wallet with an email.
Yeah.
It's just like. That was whatever, inevitable. The way, like all of the Waves domains, like Waves IDE, like all of that getting compromised for months. That was very strange.
Horrible it was, yeah.
And then everyone dealing with Waves, I basically either told them to not do anything or make sure to never see set script. Make sure to double check everything you do. So just like I really like kind of put the brakes on everyone. Like when I first got into Waves, I was really excited about all the product, like the DEX. I thought the DEX was cool. That's one of the main reasons why I gravitated towards Waves. But now I will never. Not never, but I'm warming back up. But I won't like recommend it to my friends or anything. Where in the past I have, partially because of the WXG and XTN collapse. It was like now I have just still people that text me like, hey, like what's up with XTN? I'm like, if feature 23 goes through, then like then like we'll burn a lot of it and it should make the situation better. So like that's kind of like what I tell people in terms of like WX, probably one of the biggest products out there. They tried to do their leverage exchange, like doing options and like letting you leverage trade, which I think was a great idea. And I was like, all right, great. Like the first time we did a podcast with Ivan, I was talking about, I was researching all of them on Ethereum and every chain. And I was like, great. Like if WX can have that service, I'll be a customer. I know other people will be a customer and it should generate a lot of fees and make them profitable. And then they never did it. They failed. It broke.
They still tried to.
They tried, but they couldn't do it, which was really disappointing. And then since then, they haven't done anything really. Like WX DAO has been silent for 9 months. Nothing's happened. I get the price is going down, so you can't really pay out your DAO, but at least like kind of what I touched on before, like keep us informed on what's going on. It's just been like basically silence since the leverage trading thing failed. So I don't know if like they lost all their employees or the employees they still have or people developing on WX. They just can't do it, I guess, or don't have the capability to. So that's disappointing. SWOP being down for a couple weeks due to the domain hack. That's whatever. I mean, SWOP's still doing their thing, just very like low. What's the word? Like low activity. Just like staying alive, but just kind of just bare minimum.
It's mostly used by arbitragers now. So
yeah.
Okay, at least we have. But what do you think about the new things we are having? My friend launched Pupas. What else? We have Bai. We have the Arkimals mutants.
Oh yeah.
So
okay,
actually, there is something.
I was trying to get all the negativity out first.
Okay, that's fair.
But Arkimals, I think Arkimals is great. I think one key thing about Arkimals, like I like Braum. I think Braum's a hard worker. Going through all of the multiple hacks, like geez, it's just like a fire. But I think maybe, I mean, hopefully now, like he's got his own IDE and whatever. Now, like it seems like the worst of the worst has happened. Going through like a double, triple winter freeze. Maybe it's thawing. I think with Arkimals can do great. I think with partnerships with Puzzle and Eagles and Arkimals was awesome. I think if they can replicate that with several companies in the atmosphere, even cross-chain, I think that's a great idea because it's great marketing. I think it's really fun. I think I had a fun time supporting Puzzle and creating Eagles.
Yeah.
It's like a mixture of gambling and I'm making a long-term investment and I'm, you know, yeah, like I'm making a long-term investment into Puzzle. I'm playing Eagles. It has like a little bit of gamification, like gambling kind of aspect, and I think that's really awesome. And I think they could, if they did that with like WX, for example, if there's anyone still there, great. If they did that with, you know, maybe Pupas, maybe like any sort of like crypto company, if they
Ethereum.
Could, yeah, exactly. Like GMX, like the huge one of the biggest like decentralized leverage exchanges, or Jupiter. Like do something like that where the coin has like a natural APY that earns, but it's a fun way to invest. And I think that's a great idea. So that's one thing I like, that gets me really excited. I think they're trying to make a farm game, which I think is very risky because Arkimals multiple times have tried to make games, and I enjoy playing games. And I will be honest, I'm not going to like be like, oh, I'm having so much fun when I'm not. All the games have been very boring and very
wait, you mean Duck Wars and all like the
yeah, Duck Wars, Duck Hunt.
Yeah, Duck Hunt
was cool, but it just got old for me, to be honest. So if they can somehow, I mean, this is like a very hypothetical. If they can make a game that is engaging and fun, like addicting, like a game should be kind of thing, then I think they will succeed for sure. But what I just said is a very tough thing to do. But the partnership thing, where you create like a fun way to invest, I think that they've already done it with Puzzle. Just rinse and repeat that with other companies. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, Puzzle Eagles were quite successful actually. Also thanks to you, because you're probably the main owner of Eagles, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I got like I just like, you can tell I'm excited about this idea, so I wanted to really go after it. And
yeah, thank you, Chris, of course. Yeah, so I agree. They should duplicate it.
Yes, they said they're about to launch bowls. I know they just applied for another round of funding. I don't really know what bowls are going to be about, but we'll see.
I also don't know any details actually. Is it public or is it just your information?
It's not public. They're keeping it under wraps.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could see like me and my dad were talking yesterday, and he was like, what do you think it's going to be? Like, what do you think bowls are going to be? And I was like, I think the best bet right now, besides like partnering with another company, Rome. Do a Rome class, because it generates a natural APY, right?
Yeah, it's a big APY. Yeah.
So that's just my idea. But okay, let's continue. Pupas AI, I think it's great. Very simple. I mean, like I was a little bit hesitant, to be honest, to put a lot of money into it because of virus situations in the past. And so, but it's cool. Like I threw like a little bit at it just to test it. So I think that's a great idea, but I'm very hesitant, and I'm not technically skilled enough to like do a full audit kind of thing. Like I don't know if you have.
Well, you can't do full audit because the AI agent has hidden code, right? So
see, that worries me.
And that's yeah, maybe there should be more limitations to smart contracts, like really disabling it to do anything wrong with the liquidity, like whitelist the contracts it can invoke.
Exactly. So I was going to pose a question to you. I just didn't want to be like take too much of your time, but like, does it have the whitelist? No. So that's bad. Like that would, like I wouldn't touch it until something like that is in place. Like if I created the range AI agent that waves the magic wand and recreates a range, I would make sure that it can only interact with a certain, like a whitelist only. It can only receive money. It can only create a range and then send money back to who sent it in. That's the only way I would ever feel comfortable launching a product like that.
Yeah, you're right, of course. Yeah, it's still a very early project. My friend Lev doesn't have a lot of spare money, so he does it like part-time, so to say, because it's not really earning yet, so he cannot put his time in it. But yeah, I'm really happy it launched, because actually he was building for 3 months. Yeah, and he's very in deep always. Like he thinks about every button, like what color should it be, instead of just releasing it, you know? So this kind of guy. But I'm happy it launched. Yeah, and what else? We also have buy. Would be great to know your opinion.
So here with buy, I feel like I'd rather use some of the bigger named AIs, unless it's specialized in like waves contracts. Because currently I use like Grok, for example, the Elon Musk AI, and I'm like, hey, like, because I'm more of like a logic, like product manager person, where I'm not very technically sound. But recently I've been learning Ride more and more, just because I'm kind of like at that point where I understand so much, like I know all the mechanics of everything. Like let me just learn the language and I can build.
You can already build, all right.
So I've been doing that, but like Grok doesn't understand parsing. So like I gotta like 70-80% of the time is just like fixing the parsing and stuff like that. So if buy could get something where it like fully understood waves, then I'm like, hey, build me a smart contract that can make a range of this, and this, and give me like, I attach 4 payments and that creates the range, and boom. Or like something very similar, which I think is a good product, which we talked about, is just like an auto compounding puzzle staking token, like SPuzzle.
SPuzzle, yeah.
So I think that's a great product and I would use it. Because I have to go like manually clean my puzzle and restake it. And it's like, if I just had a product that did it, and with all of my investments that like have naturally growing dividends, APY, whatever you want to call it, to auto stake.
You would use it in pools. You can use it in pools instead of the regular puzzle.
Yes. I mean, yeah, a lot of use cases. And I think like even in the US, like a lot of people that I talk to like have like Ethereum, for example, or whatever, and they could earn, 4% if they staked it or whatnot. And they're not. So I think that's a great company. So something like that. Like, let me go back to what I was saying with buy. I'm like, hey, create me a contract that like creates an Oracle price for SPuzzle, lets a user deposit puzzle. The contract stakes the puzzle, it mints an SPuzzle back to them. It would start at a 1-to-1 ratio, obviously, but as it grows, it updates the SPuzzle price. Just like if I could just like kind of like throw all that onto the buy and it could like, actually be useful in that case, then I think they'll succeed. But other than that, I think they're just going to get outscaled by other companies.
Man, that sounds like a great niche, actually. I think buy will have a workshop, at least they mentioned it in the chat, which maybe this idea could be discussed.
Yeah. I definitely, I mean, I feel like I would have to be an expert to test it correctly, but yeah, I mean, I'll definitely try.
Yeah, bro. Okay, maybe some final question from you, so to wrap it up.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Let me pick my favorite one. Oh, I mean, I want to talk about feature 23.
Oh, man, that's something really spicy to wrap it up. Okay.
Okay. But honestly, I wanted to talk about, I think we hit all the points really important. I wanted to talk about feature 23 and then your thoughts on waves on chain. They're like their growth there.
Okay, those are different topics, no? Or are they
yes.
somehow connected?
You said one, but I gave you 2.
Okay. It was
let's start with feature 23.
First I thought maybe waves on chain controls the feature 23.
They kind of do.
Really?
They
they voted no?
They voted no.
They voted no. Okay.
And they're like pretty influential to a couple people. So if they voted yes, some other people might vote yes, and we're at that point where like a couple votes matter.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, my thoughts. First thought I have, thank God we delegated the vote to our voters, our lizards. Really, that's the first thought I have, because I wouldn't survive the pressure, because puzzle node, I think if it vote yes now fully, it will be like 78% with 80% being needed. So yeah. Okay, our lizards have a page where they can vote. That's right. I also told Sasha, since he has a majority of waves in one of the pools, web pool, I told him, okay, if you say that's your waves, you can vote with them. Like, tell me, I will do everything for you, because he's not really familiar with interfaces. Anyway, so yeah, I just up to for community to decide. It's kind of similar to puzzle staking situation, right? There's like a king cap. If it gets increased, we get more APY now, but also less buffer for future events. Yes. Similar here. If we turn on the inflation now, it will help short term. But if you don't know what will happen next,
it's a little bit different, because waves kind of just just mints from proof of stake, where puzzle actually had earned this income.
Of course, yeah. Puzzle.
But I get what you're saying. You don't want to burn the candle.
I don't say this. I personally don't vote, but it doesn't mean that I'm against it. I really would be there.
If you don't vote, that means you're against it.
I would love the possibility to abstain. Fuck, like I would really abstain here.
It's still a vote no. I mean, I guess like if it takes away from the quorum, but
okay, maybe I know that you vote for. Do you? You do, right?
I vote yes.
Maybe
I think I'm a hard yes. I'm tweeting at every exchange to stake their waves to vote yes, because I think, just my opinion, I'll go my little rant. Yes. I think, like we just said before, we would probably went through the coldest winters and survived. I think we go for a sprint and it like just spark some attention. Get like I have friends and family that put in hundreds of thousands of dollars and lost them due to all these products, right? So let's just say they get to recoup a bigger percentage of that investment. They are going to be way more, especially when I'm excited about puzzle and ranges. They're going to be like, all right, like, hey, like, let's throw, like, they're 100%, like, a couple of them are going to buy puzzle and like try again, because humans have short memories and they're creatures of habit. So And it's like they survived without that money. So they're like, all right, let's keep it on the line. Let's keep running it. So I think that is going to happen with a lot of people. You'll bring trust back. There'll be no negative energy. It's like, I think it's worth the 10-month try to burn. I mean, because we'd be burning 1 million per day. And I don't know if you see my Twitter bot or my X bot. Yeah, like every week we burn about 1 million. And at this rate, it's going to take 6 years to deal with it. So let's just go for it. Let's go for gold. Burn 1 million per day. Clean up all this shit. Yeah, I think it's a go. One thing I am concerned about is the Waves DAO. And the Waves DAO makes it really ugly because Waves DAO, it is growing, but it is still a big work in progress. So if we increase the flow by 10x, maybe it's good. But Puzzle, you're staying alive with your flow. Like you're keeping a tight ship. You're being efficient. If we bloat by 10x, then it might create some very
such a hustle. Yeah, and especially now we see it that some projects can just come and ask for money, somehow get quorum and disappear. Still they can do it, and it's not fixed.
Okay, so I'm glad we agree on that. So that's obvious. Maybe we could do something where you propose a new feature similar to 23. You and I, I don't know, we can work together somehow and let's adjust it. Let's do the 20 waves per block for XTN. Maybe do maybe a 10 waves for miners. So not getting crazy, and then keep Waves DAO the same. What do you think about that?
It's not only Waves DAO. I think in general, Waves is not too mature yet for this. After the winter, you need to warm up a little bit before you turn on the heat. So now I feel like I'm not yet enough warming up.
Okay. This. I mean, I appreciate your honesty.
So yeah, I just answering your question. Probably I just feel in general that Waves situation is not mature enough yet.
Okay.
That's why I don't vote on feature 23 yet. That would be the answer.
But meanwhile, can you agree with me? If we recruit most of the XTN loss and WX, if we can recruit those people and those investments, do you think that Waves will have a new life? Or a reset kind of thing?
You know what? There will be a lot of speculants. They are already, especially if you look at the free chat. I don't know, you're probably not a part of free chat.
I think I am, but it's mostly in Russian, right?
Yeah, man. I know it's awful, but still.
I have Telegram Premium and it translates it for me,
but still, the whole group is full of speculants. So what they do, they somehow try to front run what's going on Waves. For example, if there will be a liquidation, they will front run by short. That's just a fact. And
that's good. You want activity, I guess.
It's already priced in XTN price, so, to some extent. So what you say, it will compensate people. Of course, it partially will, but I don't think XTN will grow that much. It will grow maybe to 10 cents.
But that's still good.
Of course, but still, it's a loss of 90%.
Yes, yeah. But even if it does that, it's still going to be burning about if it does hold Waves price stays the same. If Wave price goes up, then even better. But if it stays at 10 cents, that means every couple days we're going to burn 1 million. That still takes our timeline down from 6 years to 2 years, which is way better. I mean, 6 years is crazy. At this rate.
Your question was about the new life for Waves. I think it depends on the XTN price. If people get their XTN bought at 30 cents, it's good.
Oh. People are gonna Puzzle's gonna go to $100.
Yeah. But if they get it bought back at 10 cents, bro, I don't think they will feel whole. Or what was the word?
Well, but see, that's all up to the holder, right?
Yeah.
I still have a bunch of XTN that
Me too.
I'm just gonna chill on. I just been buying Fires vesting and waiting 500 days. But it's up to this the holder to sell at a certain price, right?
Yeah.
All these people that want to exit at 10 cents. See, that's the kind of beauty of it I see. It's there is a supply shock that does happen eventually. Currently, we had to build bots that had to withdraw on the first day, the first hour of buyers vesting. Now it's less than 10K per day gets taken out. So that supply is already gone to very low. So all these people, they're oh, I'm going to buy now and sell at 10 cents. Great. Do it. Run out eventually. Right, and then everyone has their number that they're going to sell at, and then they're served, but it's pretty complex. No, we disconnected.
My laptop died or my connection died somehow.
Right in the middle of my rant. Okay, I restarted the recording to finish up.
Okay, I will just record it from the phone because.
I could just send you my point of view.
Because my laptop, I think it died because of the battery. So I'm filming from the phone because it doesn't have battery to record from the.
Oh my goodness. Did you not have
Okay.
it plugged in?
Okay, what's our final thought on 23? My thought is that we are still too childish for this as an ecosystem, but it definitely should be turned on this bull cycle. This is to finalize my opinion. Chris' opinion is it's risky to wait. It's better to let it burn right now. Burn XTN.
Yeah.
Is this correct?
Yes. So to elaborate, you know how we said like the virus vesting has run out and like there's not that much. I think it's better to turn it on earlier because people are still selling like more and more. We want to like the goal is just to burn XTN, burn. But yeah, that's kind of my thought.
But yeah, well, on a positive side, I don't decide much. Like I have 100,000 waves in staking maybe, but yeah, it wouldn't decide much, I think.
Tell Sasha to vote yes.
I actually talked to Sasha about it.
I'm surprised he hasn't already voted yes.
I think he kind of agrees with what I said. I mean, we didn't discuss it this direction. I just said, hey, Sasha, Paribu voted yes. Do you want me to vote with your votes or what? He said, no, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
some insight this time.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But I do trust your opinion.
Yeah, it's my opinion as a holder, not as a race participant.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. It was very fun. It was not only about ranges, but a cool podcast. Maybe
yeah.
2 episodes.
Yeah. Thanks for your time. We only went over by 30 minutes.
A little bit, by 1 hour.
Yeah, but that was awesome.
It was a great day, a great talk, and you have a great day, and I will have a great night. That's the plan.
You have a great night, and make sure you plug in your laptop next time.
Yeah. I mean, it was I plugged in the microphone, so the charger didn't work. That's why.
Oh, okay. Next time.
See you, Chris. Thank you so much for your help and your support of Puzzle.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.